All right, with the warmer weather upon us, basically today I'm going to be talking about is cutting up a chicken, one just into its parts. Along the way I'll be giving you tips and guidance on how to do that. All right, so for this chicken we're basically just going to break it into its parts. So basically you can see it's truss, so we have to remove the string. And from here, usually I always remove the wings first. So I just put the breast down, and I grab the wings, and I'm basically just making some small incisions to be careful to not cut into the breast and just yield only basically the meat on the wing. So there's one wing. So we have two wings here. Next, I turn it over, and we're going to do some whole legs. So basically we're going to make our cuts right in between the breast and the leg here. One right here, and we're going to keep our knife and we're going to bring it all the way back to the backbone. And then we're going to go to the other side. Same thing. Bring it to the backbone. And then we're just simply going to crack it. So I've made my incisions to the backbone on either side, and I've just snapped it to make a nice even cut. So from here, we have the legs with the back attached, and we also have the breast crown. So here, we're going to remove the backbone. So we're just going down like so, and then on the other side. Flip it over. If there's any excess fat or anything like that, it's not super pleasant, so you're going to want to remove that. And basically right now we have our two whole legs with the back attached, and then at the end here we have our breast crown. So here we still have the back attached here again as well, and we're just removing that little piece of bone, and then we're just going to cut right down into the middle to make two breasts. All right, so we finished up cutting the chicken into its pieces, and now we're pretty much ready to go to the barbecue. You can season it with salt and pepper, a little bit of oil, or you can add, one of our house-made wet marinades, our Portuguese marinade, or our bone saw, or even one of the Nerpies jerk marinade, or sometimes just simply adding our chicken and rib spice. From there, you want to get your barbecue at medium-high heat. And then you're going to put the chicken skin side down. This is going to probably take anywhere between 2 to 4 minutes, and then you want to shift it to angle it to get those sort of crosshatch marks that you kind of see in magazines or in commercials, so you have that nice presentation. And then again, you're going to cook that for another 2 to 4 minutes, and from there, you want to flip it back over onto the bone side and continue cooking. But these are just rough timelines. You want to make sure you have a meat thermometer. So these cooking times aren't exact, but they're just rough guidelines to follow. What you might experience during this process, there might be some flare-ups or flames coming from your barbecue. It's kind of natural. It's just the rendering fat coming from the chicken, and that's the kind of exciting part of cooking over live flame is you're not just throwing it in the oven and kind of set it and forget it sort of thing. What I always suggest is have a little bit of like a spray bottle with water just to kind of spritz the flames, just to kind of keep them maintained, so that you're not going to burn the edges of your meat or get that sort of gas sort of flavor into your meat. Basically what you want to do is you want to cook it to about 165, pull it off, and let it rest. You don't want to cut right into it or put it on your family's plates and all those juices just pull right out. You put all the effort into cooking this and cooking it to nice doneness, and you spent the labor and the love, and then you just don't take the extra time to let it rest and let it retain its juices and have a really flavorful chicken. All right, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I always suggest people to, always buy a whole chicken and try and cut it up at home. It's always one of those things I suggest, is that it's kind of like a life skill, that knowing how to break down a whole chicken. It's not very difficult. You don't need to be a trained butcher to know how to do it. But it's fun and exciting and a good way to be playful and also teach your family on how to cook and cut certain things at home. But, I get it, if you're shy and you're not really sure and you don't want to, get your hands dirty, feel free to ask any of our butchers at any of our locations to cut it up to your specifications, and we'll do it for you, no problem.